He demands you play with effort and toughness.
There's really no other word for him except for intense, and it's exactly what we need.
Demands diving after a loose ball, demands that you go all out.
Huge amount of energy that is expected from him, and that we have to have like towards every practice, during every play.
Yeah, you might bruise an arm, skin a knee, but it's not an injury. It's a
trophy. He calls it a trophy, I guess, and I don't know, you just have to fight through little things. I mean, when we go to work, like, it's all about work. It's about basketball. It's not about anything else.
He's first-year women's basketball coach Brady.
Yeah, you've got to be that kid willing to go head first into the bleachers, and you worry more about the bleachers than yourself.
And his Cardinals are off to an 8-1 start in the Mid-American Conference, doing it with a fairly distinct style of play.
You know, it's a kid that gets done with the game and blood's dripping down their knee from a floor burn and a fat lip and everything else, and they kind of have that crooked smile like, yeah, this is what I'm here for.
You don't think about it, but it is the little plays, the diving on the floor, or saving a loose ball. It's just those kind of plays that can make a total difference in a game.
The philosophy dates back to Sally's Kent State days. An assistant for the Flashes under Bob Lindsey, Sally made an observation. One post-game handshake after the next.
He never shook his hand and said, oh my gosh, Amy Sherry is a great player. Oh my gosh, Don Zerman is a great player. Carrie Templin is a great player. Julie Studer is a great player. We had plenty of them. But they always shook his hand and talked about how hard our kids played. Those things planted a seed with me.
A seed that now grows inside Worthen Arena.
I can remember early on a kid skinning her knee and blood dripping down her knee, and I mean, you'd have thought that the president was in town because everything shut down. Everybody stopped and we're looking for the trainer. Now we just keep going, and the trainer's chasing them up and down trying to get them to stop, and you know, it becomes something you don't even think about because it's just who you are.
And as the season's gone on, the trophies have mounted. And so have the wins.
I actually got elbowed in the eye and had to get, 4 stitches before we went to Canada. So while we were playing in Canada, I had stitches in my eye. And I was like, Coach, I thought, because he always says, who's ever on the floor first, you don't get hurt. And I was on the floor first, and I was like, Coach, like, I got hurt, what's up with that? And he's like, no, that's a trophy.
I would dive on the floor, and somebody else would dive on the floor, and like I had bruises all over my knees, up and down. Like, it were just huge bruises that I've never experienced before.
I have a few. I go ask our trainer. I live in there.
To me, those are the trophies that really matter. You know, an MVP at some tournament or this or that, you know, a MAC player and all that kind of stuff. All those other programs can have all those. I want the skinned up knees and the skinned up elbows, and I think at the end of the day, all those players are going to be watching ours do what they want to do, and that's climb that ladder and cut down nets.
Joel Godet for BallStateSports.com.